Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being early, waiting. I appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing well. Watch the Nasdaq here falling again after yesterday. A little bit of recovery in the overnight, but I don't know. I think the writing's on the wall for it here, but we'll see what happens. Hope everybody can hear me okay. Um, Let me know if you see Bear's lips moving and you hear me talking. Let me know. Looks like something just got glitched as I try to connect there. Quite sure what that was. Oh, we're back, guys. Sorry about that. Good, good. I'm glad the audio is good. Checked a couple cables there. I wanted to make sure everything was nice and tight. Did some moving yesterday. Did some work around the house yesterday. Got some stuff done. I was watching the markets yesterday. I did take a little trade yesterday. So this is the performance account that we're going to be trading today. I see it here, PA account. Um, so it's a 25K performance account. I took a trade yesterday for 267. You can see it down there. I don't want to get too attached to my little win. It should have been a lot bigger, but of course I saw it go green. And I was like, just get out, just take it, just take it. It was down like near term support on I'm really small size, and I just took it. And of course, price continued to absolutely follow the sky after that, but no big deal. It was over here on the break of the support after after NFP, after FOMC. We can take a look at what we had going on yesterday. Um, just look at a daily. We'll start with a daily real quick. You know what I'll do? I'll just look at a monthly. I've talked about this monthly candle from August before. Um, to always just keep in mind, we've had some semi-bullish days coming in here, and people have been talking about it maybe moving up. But I keep just reminding myself of this August candle here, how we broke through, very bearish candle, no follow through whatsoever. Just need to keep that in mind. I think this thing is going to break the support and come down. Again, I've talked about the weekly here. I think this weekly 200 SMA has held for so long. It's got 11,236, I think, in its kind of laser beam sight, just this area of confluence here, the 200 SMA on the weekly and the bottom of the band on the weekly. The bottom of the band on the weekly doesn't really respect. It typically kind of skids on it, and you can see it over here. So, um, the 200 SMA is really what I'm looking at. And that's held for almost a decade. Now I'm trying to think back. Beside even during COVID, the COVID crash that's held. I mean, that's where it came down to during COVID. Um, only back from for the last 10 years it's held. And during COVID, this was even before this was COVID over here. That's where it came down to. Does it want to come down again? I feel like that this support at 11. So let's draw a line there. Right there, that's just a big area of confluence. I think it's going to want to come through it. Maybe it just comes through it a little bit and we spike back up, but I think it's got it in its sights right now. So we're gonna let it play out. It's not gonna get there today, hopefully, but that's probably where she wants to go. So yesterday, what we had going on yesterday, we can pull up the daily here. I had drawn out this blue support zone right here. We had several touches on the daily chart of it. And that was kind of its support that if it broke, we were probably going to come down and test the bottom of the band on the daily, which we did not actually during the FOMC drop. It didn't quite come all the way down there to 11,612. Came pretty close. Came about 30 points away from it. We did get it in the overnight session though, or sorry, I think it was like right at like after the market opened. The evening, the Tokyo session, I call it. So what we had happen yesterday was essentially broke that support level, we busted down through it. What we can see now is we've got, that's what was support, that blue zone that I had drawn out is now acting as resistance. Its price has come back up to it, tested it, and it has fallen back down. We can see that over here on the hourly. So it all looks bearish. It's got to get up through this. If it is going to make another run up, yesterday was wonky because it was like, looked bullish all morning. And actually the support, I took a video of it and I didn't post it because I got out of my trade too soon. I actually had shorted this break as we broke support here. I drew out this support level here on the FOMC news, and I shorted as we broke lower with the anticipation that we would come down here. And it came within like 2 points of hitting it just on a slingshot, and then it started to come back up, and I exited it real quick just on the volatility. And it was a risky trade, but it is what it is. But eventually, of course, it came crashing all the way down, and this would have been however much money. But this was its local support on FOMC news right here at like 11,938. We had the 20 SMA in the hourly plus all these touches over here. We had the supporting trend line, and then it broke through. But what it did is it broke through and then came all the way back up and then fell back again. So took a lot of folks out with it. Probably on all this volatility. What we've got going on this morning is price is retracing a little bit, just reaching full exhaustion. We've got a nice supporting trend line here with a few touches on it. 1, 2, 3. Shows me that's a very valid trend line. We would then come in here and draw this support level here. Break of this I think would open up the downside. We've also then got a little bit of a wedge deal going on. This it's got to get above, if you were looking to go long on it, it's got to get above, I think 11,800, and your take profit would probably be up here somewhere. 11,000, 950 would be a pretty conservative one for to move back into this volume area. I don't, the fundamentals aren't pointing it that way, but it was such a significant drop that it may want to pop, come back up into these prices. I mean, the basis point increase wasn't, was what was expected. I think they're now talking about they're going to raise it even more, like 100 to 125 basis points, I think. So that news could have been the catalyst to send this thing down. A lot of folks are arguing that they should just rip the Band-Aid off, that everybody knows this is coming. Let's just get it over with, send the market to the bottom, and then people can get in on it if they want. But everybody kind of knows this is just this long kind of slow process. And I think that's just for the overall economic conditions, worldwide, to try to improve, let it improve a little supply chain issues, hiring shortage issues, all that stuff to kind of get resolved as well. So this is just a process the market's going through. I haven't really looked at the chat this morning. What's up, Kyle? Hey, Lennon. Verinder, good morning. Matt, what's up? Hey, Taro, Major Dave. Airbank, good morning. Taro sent me a very interesting strategy video yesterday. Taro, I looked at that and I sent you a reply. I had a very similar strategy that I used to use during the Tokyo session, the overnight session, but I used Williams percent range and the Bollinger Bands. But yeah, that was profitable, and I think it was profitable until it wasn't, like most things. And one thing that I got really frustrated is that the setup only happened once or twice during that Tokyo session. I had another parameter on it, and so that if it didn't work and I got stopped out, and the stop losses were always really tight because there were such clear stop losses. If I got stopped out, then I found myself being frustrated, and sometimes I would revenge trade like at night, or I would come in the morning with a big red number down on my P&L, and it just threw me off. So it's just like a thing that I have now that I don't trade overnight or pre-market. It's just for my own mental health, if you will. But yeah, I think that if that strategy is working for you, I think that would be. I think it's a good strategy to use. And what the nice thing about it is, basically, if anybody's listening, basically Taro has a strategy where he uses stochastics, where we become an oversold condition, let's say, and we come down to the bottom of the band here. I think you were using a 5-minute tarot. You come down here and you use the stochastics. You're oversold, and then you would wait for it to become oversold. You wait for the stochastic to turn bullish a little bit by doing a crossover. And you may even wait for like a bullish candle here on the 5-minute, and then your take profit would be back up at the other side of the band, and your stop loss would be right below support. I think that's a good strategy. The other thing you may just want to add to it is you would look for that macro trend. So always try to trade in the direction of the macro trend. So maybe look at the trend on an hourly or 4-hour, something like that, and then wait for that 5-minute to do a counter trend on a microstructure, and then go long or short or whatever in the direction of the macro structure. We can see here on the 60-minute how we're coming down to that support zone. I think if it gets through that, it's gonna continue to drop. So too bad for equities. But that's what it is. It's life. Major Dave's asked, do you think Russian news added to the decline? Possibly. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the saber rattling. I think it probably contributed to it a little bit, but I think it's, I don't know. I don't think it was the major news sending it down. I think Russia's kind of like a screaming child in the corner right now. But we are trading the funded account today, guys. So we need to have good trade selection. Good trade selection. Don't get too greedy. Don't chase price. That's something that I really got to tell myself. As I see price coming down to this big support area, you're tempted to chase price, 2. So Taro was saying, Taro traded CL. Taro, is that what you trade? CL? Trades oil. So I knew some guys that made a ton of money on oil in the mid 2000s. Prices are skyrocketing. Let's gonna take a look at book map real quick. We got about 5 minutes for the market to open. Five minutes for the market to open. Some more sitting down here at 11,600, which isn't too surprising. That'll probably be one. If you were looking to take that short, that would probably be your first, profit. I mean, you can kind of just see that pocket right here, even on the 5-minute. Price may want to move through that. Again, I'm just cautious of it breaking, popping through this and then, coming back up, 40 points or something, then dropping back down on the open. Again, I really need to work on trade selection today, but this does look like a solid setup. Got trend line breaking, support here at 1139. A psych level, 11,600 down here. That looks like a pretty easy pocket to get. If you guys haven't liked the live stream yet, if you like any of that analysis, I'd appreciate a quick like on the live stream. Any of that make sense to you? Again, we're looking at this level here, 11,640. It's just technical analysis. We've got a little bit of a wedge here. A little bit of a wedge going on the hourly. You can see it here and here. We would really need this. This blue zone was a support level from yesterday. That you can see it. Well, it's better on a daily, but anyway, this blue zone is a pretty significant support area. Price would need to get back through that and really move into this higher volume node for me to be bullish on it. Everything right now is pointing to the downside. I think if we break this 40 level, we'll probably get that drop down to 600. And it may do it. You want to be cautious on the open though. It may spike down to 32 and then rip back up to 80. And it's just on the open. It's a lot of volatility going on. So, or it may just break this, drop down to 600, and then whip back up to 80. I don't know. But we are trading the performance account, the funded performance account today. So I just want to be really good trade selection. One thing I will say is I did like a $20 Buell Knox one on Tuesday, and I just got chopped to shreds on it. And I really need to remind, it was good that I did that just so that I've remind myself not to be a cowboy with this thing. Don't shoot from the hip. Now we're breaking that level. Don't shoot from the hip. Wait for good setups. You can get chopped up on this thing and lose thousands within, a minute. So futures trading is incredibly risky. Nice job, Lennon. I think Lilu has got a big sale going on right now too. So you can either do Lilu's thing, or you could do Buell Knox or Apex. There's a 40% coupon downstairs in the description below. You can see here how Delta's just moving through as we get through that level. But it's pre-market. We still got about a minute before the market to open. How's the microphone doing, guys? Loud and clear? Oh, good, Taro. If you get that coupon, share it with everybody. Yeah, I always try to save money on these things. These guys must be in need of some money bad because, find heel goes. You're exactly right. They're all having it because they know everybody's going to blow their account during FOMC. It's so hard to trade. I mean, you saw that thing when I was trying to trade the Buell Knox one on Tuesday. I mean, it's just impossible. It's just the price action. Yesterday, the price action was all over the place until FOMC came out. Yeah, I think, Taro, I think it's just a lot of competition. And, the way that these guys do payouts is they just use the money that they're getting from, new subscribers to pay out people who are actually making money. So they need a constant flow of new subscribers. And this looks like it's probably going to drop. You see Delta popping there. You can see this level kind of holding here. Ooh, what a tiny little opening range here. 4 points on the Nasdaq. Ooh, terrifying. Look how that level though is just holding like nobody's business. So they need a constant new flow of subscribers in order to make that work. So they're always offering coupons. Lilu is doing some competition now, where it's like a what is it? It's like $10 to enter, and then at the end of the week, I think whoever makes the most money, it's like $1,000 grand prize or something. But you don't get a funded account or anything like that. It's just to see who can make the most money, and you get like $1,000. They say that, Kyle. They say that. I don't know. Very bullish move here. Up to 80. What do we say? Up to 80. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy like, oh, called out that level. I hate those people. I'm secretly rooting for this thing to come up. My stock portfolio needs some help. I can't imagine this thing dropping down to 10,000. It's just terrible. It just makes me want to cry. I mean, it's like I'm like 10%. I'm like 10% of my stock portfolio. I'm gonna admit to this, guys. I added a little bit to my stock portfolio yesterday. I thought maybe the thing had become so oversold. We had priced in the 75 basis points already. Everybody knows what's coming, and maybe we're starting to find some sort of starting to average down a little bit on some of my longer term stuff, and it looked I was actually up quite a bit on this initial pop. Where is it? Not there on this initial pop, but then came down. That's fine. It's long term. I remind myself of this when I first started trading, like 7, 8 years ago. When I first started trading, like on my own, I remind myself of those stocks that I bought back then, and I got out either for a small profit or a loss because I was freaking out. Which are now I would have made God knows how much money on them now. And so I keep reminding myself of that. When the Nasdaq is trading at 30,000, I'll be reminding myself of this moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can see where we were during the pandemic. Well, it was all the way down. I think it's probably got that 10,000, in its sights. We're up at that was at the pre-pandemic highs, about 10,000. Crashed through it or crashed down. So I don't know. We can see our price is moving down, but delta's moving up. Little delta divergence. We might use the back end of this trend line here as some sort of support. If I was trading in an evaluation account, this might be a buy for me. But because I'm trading a performance account, I'm just gonna have to let it go past. It's not a great setup. It's on the open, and I'm learning my lesson from Tuesday. But this does look like a very nice buy. If I was on an eval, I would be taking this. I've got to trade a little bit more conservatively and realize that this is probably pushing up now. Again, guys, I would not be bullish on this thing until we cleared 11,800. Good. That's a good rule, Kyle. I wouldn't trade this thing on the open. I learned my lesson on Tuesday about trying to shoot from the hip on the open, trying to be a sniper on the open. Sometimes it works. I've had days where I was sniping the open for scalps, and when it works, it gives you a false sense of market oracleness. If that's a word, oracleness, the market oracle. That would be a good YouTube channel name, the Market Oracle. Anyways, but when it doesn't, it'll just chop you to bits like a magic bullet, like a blender. Just get you in there and bend you over, and you'll be none the wiser when it's done. Just about $5,000 in the hole. I'm gonna go grab some coffee, guys. When I come back, I hope I have some more likes. If you wouldn't mind liking this content, I'd really appreciate it. I'm just gonna get a quick coffee break. I can take a trade right on the open. It's all very, very choppy. Come back to that support level. If it breaks new lows, again, our kind of opening trade setup that we saw was this pocket right here to pick up from I would say 29 now down to 10. That's about 20 points you could probably get pretty easy, I would think. This is my first day trading the performance account. So, second day. I traded it yesterday, but off the live stream. Made about 267 yesterday. So I'm going to be very selective in my trade today, my trade selection. I'm going to be very selective in my trade selection. Maybe we break this high at 83. We get that pop up. Ooh, just look. Ooh. I'm going to grab some coffee, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. What up, guys? Now we're getting that little drop. I suspect it should want to make that continuation down here. I'm cautious of it. Big sellers, big buyers, big sellers. I'm just lots of buyers down here. Cautious of it. I don't really want to trade it right now. I'm gonna let some more structure build and see if we can't get something that's a little more obvious. But coming back up to that, what was support might now be resistance. But I tell you what, if I would have shorted it on one of these candles here, these bearish candles on the 500 volume look very good. My stop would have had to have been here, and I would have got stopped out on it. You may get that drop. Or you could be trading micros, but your stop up here at 43. Sign yeah. What's happened on the open? I mean, it's only been open for 10 minutes. Let's let you can see this 5-minute candle though. I mean, that looks like it wants to punch down, right? I mean, the one thing that's been excuse me, geez. But look at Delta moving up here a bit. Now it looks like it wants to pop. So, oh, gotta take my coffee break sign off. Coffee break's over. Back to work. What's going on in the news? Oh, Jamie Dimon is testifying. Point of control coming in here. You can see lots of selling as this thing breaks lower. Oh. Whenever you see point of control coming in at a level, typically means price is going to want to start moving in a direction. Why no bear stare? I'm looking at there, get that drop down to that next support level. Gonna have some more down at 97. I think its last hurrah would be at 90. If you can't hold 90, I think she gone. No, hitting dingers, I haven't. See Delta here dropping. You're tempted to jump it to chase it down here. I told myself I wouldn't chase it, so I'm not gonna chase it. It's tempting though, isn't it? Very, very tempting to chase it. I don't want to chase you, price. Some consolidation down here. Yeah, I'm just kind of having a little funeral for my equities in my head here. Ha. Yeah, Taro. Yeah, it's difficult to go long on it. But I'm also refraining from chasing it, which is good. Just watching this thing. Yeah, SW Blaze. That's right. I can ride this thing out, but you still feel like a chump when you're buying too high on it. Particularly if this is like what I pride myself in knowing. And sometimes it's also, I wasn't going to trade futures yesterday. I told myself. So what did I do? I ended up buying some equities. Not a whole lot. I think I bought, I don't know, not a whole lot. I mean, probably about 2% of my portfolio, but still, it's fine. It will go up. And yeah, you're right. You got time for it to go up. I told you in 10 years when the Nasdaq's trading at 30,000, no big deal. Pushing up here. This is what I'm talking about, chasing price down here. I'm like, oh, if it breaks 90, it's going to pop. And then we get this bullish move to the upside. Down channel on the 5-minute. Short 617. Nice. Ooh, I took a big swig of coffee there right in the microphone. Hope that wasn't too weird. Five-minute looks very bearish. I'm being very selective in my trades today. I don't want to chase it down here. This is a decent setup. Breaks. Get off my screen, dude. Breaks. This probably popped down to 67 pretty quickly. But you'd be short in the bottom of the day, which best idea. I'm just seeing these trades come and go, come and go. Nice design. Nice. Actually seeing a setup to the long as well. Break 23, 25 and a half. I think you probably get a pop up. See it here on the 1 minute. Let's take this off. Always looking at that 20 SMA. I think if we got through this 25 level, this touch, it would probably want to move all the way up to VWAP, but I wouldn't go long on it. Delta's holding some bullish structure though. What's this guy doing? Matt Davies, you still using Bookmap? How's that going for you? Point of control came in right there. It'll be interesting to see why. Price going to want to start moving. Like I said before, when point of control came in up here, we moved away to the downside on it. A lot of orders sitting down here at 50. Price may want to get sucked down there. Bearish candle in the 1 minute. It's looking pretty a little choppy. Just marking out some levels over here on the 1 minute. I think the 20 SMA on the 1 minute is typically, support and resistance, particularly near term. And then we've got this touch up here at 25. If those two levels break, then I think it wants to come up to VWAP up here to 60-ish. My only reason I'm talking about the upside, even though price structure is clearly to the downside, is Delta's holding some bullish structure, but it looks like it's probably going to break down now. Nice. Are you trading it with NQ, Matt? Or are you trading it with ES? So Matt went and got the Bookmap. You can see Bookmap down here in the lower left-hand corner. This is a quarter. Lower left-hand corner. It's a order flow tool. It shows us aggressive buying, aggressive selling. Shows us a visual look at where orders are on the order book. We can look up here and we can see order book imbalances. I've got cumulative volume delta, session cumulative volume delta over here. If you look over here, this is overnight extended trading hours cumulative delta. I like having the session one up here, and I haven't been able to figure out how to do that on NinjaTrader, how to make this just session. I can try to pop it open if my computer doesn't explode in the process. See, I put it on session there, and it's not. It's not. The session is, it's starting from the overnight session, like for the day. Um, so I wish I could get a way that I can make this start just at the U.S. session open at 8:30 a.m. Central. Yeah, the ES I find it's super helpful on the ES as well. Um, if you guys are interested in this book map, there's a link below that you can use to go over. Check it out. Some people just trade off of this. They have a ton of content on their YouTube channel about how to use it just using this. I mean, no surprise there, but I've heard about it for a long time. Just getting more actively using it. Got point of control coming in down here. Typically, again, price is going to, when we see this consolidation going on here, I think that it may want to move to the upside, even though direction is down. And I just say that because Delta's not making real bearish structure on it. But it's got significant levels of resistance at 12, another one up here at 24. And if it got through that, it's got value very high at 41, and then it's got VWAP. I'm out of breath from saying all those resistance levels. So, 73 breaks. We may get that drop down to 53. I'm just being really cautious of today for second day trading the performance account, and I don't want to chase price. I've talked about that several times. Chasing price is really nasty thing to do. And you can really burn you're getting in at a horrible price. When you start chasing price, you get in at a horrible price. Your stop loss has got to be significant because, and on the Nasdaq, price can easily move back into the trading range pretty quickly. So this thing could spike down through 74, and then I wouldn't be surprised if it popped up to 10. And then we came back down again and broke 74 and then fell all the way to 50. I was just kind of waiting for those setups. I am looking to take a short on it at some point, but I want to see a little bit better retracement into a low volume node into a significant area. For me, it would be up here like at 25. I think if it got that pop up to 25, it would become overbought enough in the short term, up at the top of the band on the 1 minute, up near value area high, that you could possibly consider taking a short position. And this is what I'm talking about right here. See, we pop that support level and we pop up to 90. Do you want to sit on? Now you're up, 20 points. It's just tough. It's just, you don't want to chase it down here because then your stop is going to be up here at, your stop's got to be at 15. Then we've broken out to the upside on the range, and that is a massive stop. 25, 40 point stop. I don't want to have 40 point stop. Always fight for price. Don't chase price. I've learned that the hard way. Learn from my mistakes, youngins. You youngins out there. Hitting Dinger says hit that like button. I like that idea. That sounds good to me. Look at that 1 minute. Hit that first level of resistance. Oh, no more likes on this, huh, guys? All right, it's cool. It's cool. Short at 600. You know, Delta's still holding this bullish structure. Barely. That's exactly what we were just talking about. How price breaks below and pops all the way back up, only to then come crashing down. And that is the most frustrating thing as a trader. Whoa! 8 contracts, Taro. What are you trading? Are you on eval? You got a funded account? You trading your own money? What's up, Nico? Your own money. Holy smokes, 8 contracts. You're big. You're big time. How much is a point on, or how much is a tick or a point or whatever on CL? I don't know off the top of my head. Now we're getting that rip up again. Yeah, you can jump a short here. Your stop's got to be at 91. 15 points. I think it's going to break on this. I see Delta moving lower. It feels like it's about ready to break. That's weird. I'm not looking at the chart right here. Something else. Nico, how you been, man? Seen you in a while. Still trading these days? Somebody can tell me how I can get Bookmap to just stay in the middle. I love that. Some CSS code in that thing. I think Nico was doing like a small account challenge for a while. I'm not sure if he's still doing that or not. I feel like 50's open to the downside now. It's hard for me to jump in on it here though. 13 grand, Taro. Very nice, my friend. Very, very nice. Very impressive, sir. Excellent trading. Massive pop there. What happened? Jamie Dimon say something? Bankers are all testifying, I think. I keep reminding myself I do not need to take a trade. I'm not in the eval. I need to wait for a very nice setup. This actually looks pretty decent. Coming back into that that trend line. This move on the 1 minute that was pretty strong. Delta's moving higher here. I'm really watching this 5 minute chart. We've got all these levels drawn out, this descending trend line as well. I'm not sure how valid it is because the top point of it is pre-market. So, but I'm noting it for sure. It's made that that pop up there to 12. Yell that about something. That. It's like the little engine that could, trying to get up this hill here. Well, we just took a short on our other evaluation account that we've got one more day, and we made $5 on it. Congratulations. We just need to make more. I need to get another trading day in on it on the other evaluation accounts. So I've got 9 trading days on one now, and I think I'm going to hold it at that 9 trading day. And then I'm just gonna wait and see how this performance account goes. You could trade it with some more risk. I shouldn't be trading it so risk off right now, because I've got another one in my back pocket, 2 more in my back pocket. But I'm trying to. It's just, it's also mental. It's like you hate coming in and just blowing through stuff. It's like, ugh. See Delta drop in here. See what it wants to do here at the 20 SMA on the 1 minute. I think this was our trade up here in this consolidation. Mhm. Oh, watching this thing, guys. Watching this thing. Hey, everybody else doing out there? Anybody else take some good trades on this bad boy? I'm secretly rooting for it to shoot up to the moon. But it's not going to happen. Well, I don't know. If he gets through this. Ooh, got through that. Taking out some shorts. This would be frustrating me if I was trying to take this short because I think, the 20 SMA, VWAP, all this stuff up here on the 5 minutes going to be resistance. Let's see what it wants to do up here. It just keeps moving higher. I mean, again, it looked like we were going to fall, but we've got this bullish structure going on Cumulative Delta. Bit of an up channel here on the, bit of an up channel here on the, come on the 1 minute up to the top of the channel here. You could maybe try to trade the break of that down channel. Moving up again. It looks weak though, right? Looks weak. Delta has, gone pretty bullish on the day though. 800, 1200 overnight. Right on the day. Typically, Cumulative Delta wins these battles, but fundamentals, I think, still push this thing down. It's doing something. It's doing something, that's for sure. You probably want to trade this bullish direction at the moment. But if this trend line breaks here, I might be looking to go short. Very bearish candle in the 1 minute. Another bearish candle in the 1 minute. What does it want to do? Coming down to the trend line, getting through the trend line a little bit. We've got 20 SMA here at 600. I'm not seeing selling being too aggressive down here, though. Selling doesn't look too aggressive. Typically, if you were bullish on it, this would be a fantastic buy opportunity. You've got this nice descending trend line. We're coming down to support area. You buy the break of that trend line to the upside, but this looks pretty bearish. I think the macro structure is clearly to the downside. Emissions on this. I don't have my commission set. Should have held that trade, I think. The thing that's getting me here is Cumulative Delta. Nice job, Lennon. Got more chop than a steakhouse. Should be a rap song or something. Point of control coming in here. Significant. I think we're going to get a drop. Just watching here, guys. 920. I almost took a short there and it's breaking higher. I would have been stopped out on that. Sounds like some guys in chat that were killing it. Taro's got up 13K. $13,000. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I don't think I've ever had a $13,000 day. I think the most I ever made was 11 or 13. I can't remember. I made a video of it though, in the channel somewhere. It was 1 minute. Let's see what it wants to do. How that 1 minute wants to close. Your stop would have to be up here at 850. Oh, this thing's gonna drop. I don't know. I can't bring myself to pull the trigger on it. We took a short. I don't know why that's not showing up. Took a short here, a little scalp. As you broke that support. It's tough to take a stab at one of these on the first day on the PA account, on the live stream here. So it's just a little bit of jitters. This does look like, it's going to fall down to 76 at least, 10 points sitting there. You know what the thing is? I really just don't want to take a loss on it. It's my problem, which is not a good way to trade, which is telling me I need to take a break when I'm trading with too much hesitation. This thing's going to pop. This thing's moving down here. When you start trading like that, or you're like, you just don't want to take a loss, you don't really care about the trade, you're just too concerned about not taking a loss, that's when it all goes to shit. Which is weird because I've got 2 more of these evaluations in my back pocket. I just don't want to take a loss on it. So that trade then just played out and I did not participate. Well, Taro, I've got 2 more of them that I've passed. So I've got 2 more. I've just got to pay the monthly fee on both of them, or on one of them, and then I can start over. So I kind of have an $85 reset fee. That makes sense. But I don't want to do it. I'd rather just, trade it. Or not, just trade well on this thing, but life. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a break. I'm seeing lows breaking and this thing moving down to 11,540 or something like that. So, but I'm gonna take a break. I'm staring at this too long, and I'm having paralysis by analysis, and I just need to take a break, walk away, come back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see you guys back here on the channel tomorrow. If you like this, give this thing a like before I jump off. Found any value of the technical analysis? I don't come on here to show you my P&L. Come here to talk about price action, talk about volume profile, talk about cumulative delta, show you guys book map so you guys can see the tools up on the screen, how you guys might be able to integrate that into your trading pattern. Also for you guys to be able to use the chat and talk with each other. And I try to answer everything in the chat. You don't have to give any money or anything like that, all completely free. So if you like any of this stuff, I'd appreciate a like on the video, and hopefully check us back again tomorrow. Again, I'm seeing, support probably breaking here, and it's moving down to, 11,550 probably be your target on it. We can look here at book map. We see a lot of liquidity sitting down here at 554. I think that would probably be where you want to get out, maybe at 55. So it's about 30 points away. All right, guys. I'm going to see you guys here tomorrow. Take it easy. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for the likes, guys. Appreciate it. See you back tomorrow. Bye.